President Museveni started his fifth elective term in office in May this year and has, in the last 3 months, made the phrase Kisanja Hakuna Mchezo a familiar term. He has been in power since the national resistance movement took power in a coup in 1986. As the report assessing his first 100 days in office is released, the phrase Kisanja Hakuna Mchezo, which he is using to inject new energy as he extends his 30-year grip on power, has not been spared criticism.
When you say Hakuna Mchezo, this is Kisanja Hakuna Mchezo, it sort of presupposes and means that probably all along there's been Mchezo.
The opposition has also been critical of the president's handling of governance issues which, according to the report, covers areas as corruption, political and constitutional reforms, and public expenditure, among others.
Micromanagement compromises institutions, and when they do that, they undermine initiatives of those who are operating within a system. The way I see the regime, the way it's running, for them to think that they can do the same things, the same way, over and over, and they expect different results, that would be consistent with what Einstein said. That would just be a sign of madness.
The NRM's Deputy Secretary General Richard Todwong, however, said the report was not fair because there is still commitment by the government to progress.
There are performance guidelines we've given to every ministry, and we expect these ministries to follow. 3, when you follow all these sectors from how he was listing them up to the last, the commitments, the promises, the audits we've been doing as a party and as a government, we know that the picture that is being portrayed by some of our friends is not as exactly as it is.
The other leaders also spoke out about the president's performance in various sectors of the economy.
There are issues of corruption, and corruption must be fought from the top. What was the point of the president going to harass health workers in Wakiso? Yet the issues of Global Fund have not even been brought to a closure.
To corrupt is a strategy of thieves. To oppress and suppress is a strategy of dictators. These are proven processes. But here is the good news. These thieves are ours.
There seems to me that there is emerging a new consensus that things need to be done differently and better. And we hope at the end of 5 years, we shall go back to the field with the Honorable Maj. I don't know whether it will be in TDA or elsewhere, and the rest of Uganda will give us the scorecard, the real scorecard now.
Although the president of the opposition Democratic Party, Norbert Mao, rates the NRM poorly on governance, highlighted some of the areas where they have scored highly.
The war against HIV/AIDS. Leaders worldwide recognize that President Museveni has been at the forefront as a champion in Africa. The UPDF, I do believe that the UPDF, in one way or another, is an army that has endeavored to remain cohesive unless it is spoiled. The police has been a disaster.
Members of the 10th Parliament also came under fire for allegedly turning the August House into an avenue to enrich themselves.
I think the onus is on members of Parliament and Parliament as an institution to explain why they have chosen to satisfy their stomach before, and when they know the rest of society, majority of society, are in need.
We have a president who is a people's president. Why is he not looking at the cries of the population? Instead of reducing, when the population cries, he adds the money. What is the strategy?
And you eat the money.
You see, first of all, I don't think there's any member of parliament who has received money for vehicles.
But you will receive.
We will definitely debate, because now that it has come into the public debate, we'll definitely debate.
President Museveni's fifth term is very definitive, partly because this is his last constitutional term, as he won't be eligible to contest for the office in 2021 because of the 75-year age limit. So what needs to be done in order for the ruling party to win the praise of its critics and put the country on track to achieving its vision?
We demand from the powers that be is to get the findings in good faith. not to indulge in self-denial.
If the president was to be sincere about Hakuna Mchezo, I would have expected him, one, to reduce public expenditure. And this would have been manifested mostly in the cabinet, for example, a cabinet of 80 ministers, honestly.
Experts say that for the NRM to achieve what they have promised in the manifesto, there is need for recommitment by the leadership and ensuring that they change their priorities and also match the words with action. Sudhir Vyarhanga, NTV.